Hello, I'm Stephen Aquario, the Executive Director of the New York State Association of Counties. And this year, we're celebrating a remarkable milestone, the centennial anniversary of our great association. 100 years ago, county leaders recognized the need for an organization that could represent their interests in Albany and provide them with an opportunity to share knowledge, ideas, and experience. Dozens of individual county chapters or county officers associations across the state decided to join forces and unite behind one statewide group, the New York State County Officers Association, now NYSAC. From its original early days, the association began hosting annual conferences where county officials discussed the pressing issues of the day, like in 1928 when members debated the state's first gasoline tax, or in 1944 when counties discussed how they could aid World War II veterans returning home from battle. Over the decades, as counties grew in population and complexity, our association grew with them, opening our first permanent office in Albany on January 1st, 1956, and began the modern era of what we now know as NYSAC. Since then, we've continued to work shoulder to shoulder with county officials, leading training sessions, hosting annual conferences where our members share ideas, receive training from experts, and hear directly from our statewide elected officials. We've carried the United County voice in Albany, fighting for our fair share of state aid and to reform programs that impact counties. And we've worked alongside our partners at NACO to advocate for New York's counties in our nation's capital. We're incredibly proud of this history and the accomplishments that we've achieved together. But what we're most proud of is the impact we've made on the careers and the lives of you, our members.
As a county official, NYSAC provides resources, they provide advocacy, they provide educational materials and opportunities to help legislators, county officials, and others so that the counties can prosper, grow, and represent the people of New York State.
NYSAC makes me and my partners better county officials because of the information that they're able to obtain, the accurate information in a very short period of time.
Because of NYSAC, we all have a great say. The NYSAC offices are right there in the Capitol in Albany, and Steve and Mark and the rest of the team at NYSAC never let the state get away wordlessly with adopting rules or laws that will financially or any other way penalize counties without the state legislators hearing about it.
Even though all counties are a little bit different, they have different budgets, different populations, we basically all face the same issues and the same problems. And I can get on that listserv and I can ask a question, hey, does anybody know how to deal with XYZ? And that message goes out to all my peers, and within a few hours, I might get 15 suggestions on what somebody else is doing in a different county. And that's invaluable. It's quick, and it's real, and it's something that I don't have to recreate the wheel again. Somebody's already solved a problem, and I can implement it very quickly.
The information sharing has been very wonderful, and I'm able to count on partners and also other members of the county association across the states and able to develop policies and disseminate information across my board, departments, and also staff. So yes, NYSAC has been extremely helpful and important asset to the county operations.
NYSAC has made me a much better county official. It's given me the resources that I've needed. They're right at my fingertips. I can go on the NYSAC website and have all the resources available that every county official has available to them. And really being part of this great organization is the eyes and ears on the Hill in Albany, where we can have great representation, because we can't be there every day. We can't be there, even once a month, but the staff at NYSAC's always there lobbying for us and protecting our interests, county interests, which in the end, county government being the form of government that helps the constituents the most, is really a benefit for us in our constituents.
I am going to be 94 on my next birthday. And the one thing that NYSAC means to me is I get a chance to be with young people, much younger than myself. that are committed, like yourself, committed to do service.
Yes, I think the very important thing about NYSAC is you can learn from all the educational resources that NYSAC provides to legislators and other elected officials. Also, it gives an opportunity for you to be able to coordinate with other elected officials throughout the state, find out what their issues are, what their opportunities are, and to work with them and NYSAC to solve problems. So providing resources, providing advocacy, and also providing opportunities to interact with others.
But the opportunity to interact with other county officials, you know, you can talk about, have you ever heard of this happening, or have you ever heard of that happening? And, you know, 9 times out of 10, somebody will say, yeah, I've done that, here's what we did, you should try this. And those are the kind of things you can't put a price on as far as I'm concerned. NYSAC has been terrific to work with.
NYSAC's longevity is basically that they've worked together. They have the pulse on the issues that are happening locally and throughout the state, and they're able to explain to us, get the information that we need, and make a difference in everyday lives.
I think the best part about being a member of NYSAC is that networking with other leaders, with other people who do the like things that we do. You learn so much talking with people, learning how they run their government, what great programs they come up with, and making great friends that last a lifetime.
Probably the #1 reason that I think has made me better is best practices. You know, places, you know, when we see other counties doing things that are a good idea, we're gonna copy that, and then we hope they do the same with us. So we've had some groundbreaking ideas, and some of those came from vendor presentations here at NYSAC conferences. For example, Rensselaer County was the first county in the nation to pass a local law that requires anytime opioids are dispensed by a pharmacy, they must include a disposal product along with the opioids, so that hopefully we can cut down on the amount of opioids that are just sitting in medicine cabinets where people can get their hands on them that shouldn't.
There is no doubt that I am personally a better county official because of the association. Specifically the trainings, the peer-to-peer opportunities, the ability to talk to other county officials at functions like this and discuss ideas and solutions is definitely made me a better county official.
For me, it's been the camaraderie with other folks that had the same problems that I did in county government, the same issues that we had to face, and being able to come and talk to all of these smart people and find out what they were doing about these issues, and learn about different ways to improve our operations, and to take ideas back. It was sort of a contest. Like we'd come and see who could find an idea that saved the most money for the county, or that put us in a position to win in some way.
NYSAC has been there every step of the way over the last 15 years for my county, whether it be on individual issues such as the nuclear power plants, lobbying to keep them open and helping us with the energy regulations that were put on by the state, and the tax benefits that were needed. So that was an individual help that NYSAC really did, or as a whole, as a member county, just everything in general, whether it be CHIPS funding. Most recently, we needed a little help from the Department of State as county clerks for notary. I know notary issues and changes that were coming, and NYSAC was there for us as well.
Our advocacy that resulted in the implementation of the Medicaid tax cap has and will continue to save Clinton County taxpayers millions of dollars.
Schoharie County had terrible flooding in 2011, and NYSAC, and again I'll put a plug in for NYMIR as well. NYSAC did everything they could to help our county in asking for flood relief through the state and federal government.
The work part, I mean, we look at what NYSAC did and all of the counties did during the COVID pandemic. It was really, I think counties were leading the way as we were getting often conflicting guidance from the state government and from the federal government. It was counties that were kind of keeping the train on the tracks, as it were. So those are two good memories, and I mean, COVID was a lot of effort, a lot of work, but it's a good memory in the sense that counties really stepped up.
The issues affecting us may be different whether you're downstate or whether you're upstate, but when you really start cutting through everything, you realize that we are more alike than we're different. Whether or not you have a county of millions of people or whether you have counties with thousands of people, we have some of the same problems dealing with some of the same issues that NYSAC can help us solve.
It's kind of a small world. You know, there's only 62 of us, or 57 outside of the city. And as I said before, even though we are different sizes, we all face the same issues. So your success in a different county, I can replicate in mine and bring the success to Greene that somebody else already did.
Believe it or not, being a small county, you would think we have some unique problems, and we do. But I found that even you can be a large county or a small county like the one I come from, and you have very similar issues.
Well, this is the 100th year anniversary of NYSAC in 2025. We have been the advocacy for all New York counties for 100 years. That is a long time. And this is a once in a lifetime opportunity for us to come together and celebrate all the great things that NYSAC has accomplished over 100 years of operations.
NYSAC's a player. Obviously, I wasn't around for 100 years, but in my 24 years, we certainly, and under Mr. Curio's leadership, you know, we are a player. 8 state agencies, the governor's office, the legislature always seeks our input. Whether they take our input to heart is another story, but they seek our opinions on these very important issues.
Well, first of all, I'm sorry I won't be here as a member of the Assembly to be part of it, but I think that shows the staying power, the importance of county government, the role that NYSAC plays as advocates for all 62 counties in the state of New York. They do an outstanding job, and you know, that anniversary, I think, will be a source of pride for every person who works for county government.
If you go back in time, and you probably look at the archives and you see how NYSAC was founded and what it was, the principles were, I guarantee you have changed in the last 99 years to change with the times, to change with the needs of the community. And just because, you know, I watch this organization be laser focused on one issue. And it was like so important. And then I'm like, Steve, what happened? It got fixed, and now they're focused on this because this issue is going to have the same effect that other one did. And when you have talented, you know, people working for this organization and making extraordinary things happen for us, it makes it that much seamless to think that you're like, some people question, well, what do they do? Let me tell you, if they stepped out of the room and you had to figure it out, you'd know what they did.
NYSAC's longevity, and by the way, also it's 100% participation by every county in the state, which is rare for an association. That 100-year longevity and that 100% participation, 2 100s, is based upon really, I think, the great leadership that NYSAC has shown over the years. Leadership in fighting for county, what's right for counties.
I just want to wish NYSAC happy 100th anniversary, and hopefully we'll be here for the 200th anniversary.
Well, I would just like to congratulate all the counties and NYSAC as a whole on their centennial birthday here. This is an absolute tremendous win for all of us to make it this long, and I know that there's another 100 years to come.
I think the most important thing that NYSAC provides is advocacy, education, resources, and the ability to call at any point in time and seek resources, because there's so many things that we're doing at the county levels, and we don't have all the answers, but we can pick up the phone, call NYSAC, and immediately you can get answers to the issues that come up.
Steve Aquario does a fantastic job, and I find that as NYSAC continues under his leadership, I think it's one of the best things that has happened, you know, for NYSAC. And he listens, to what you have to say, and he ensures that I think he plays has a level playing ground, so everyone feels like, you know, their opinion counts, no matter if they're red or blue.
And we have one goal: to make the life of the citizens of New York better. That is our goal. Whether we can achieve it, I'm not sure, but we sure as hell try. Steve Aquario sure as hell knows how to try.
As we celebrate this centennial milestone, it's not just about looking back at our achievements, but also looking forward with purpose. NYSAC remains as committed as ever to fostering excellence in county government and ensuring the voice of New York's counties are heard loud and clear in Albany and Washington, D.C. The future holds new challenges, but also tremendous opportunities. NYSAC will continue to educate and advocate on behalf of our counties. Our mission will stay focused on empowering you with the resources and partnerships needed to serve your communities effectively. As we step into our next century, we pledge to remain a steadfast, bipartisan ally, a source of knowledge, a unified voice for county governments across New York. Thank you for being part of this journey. Together, we will continue to build a brighter future for our counties and the people of New York State.